Hello, Ed Mason at School of Life Defense, Del Mar Krav Maga. Krav Maga is the platform. I just want to put a little public service announcement ahead of this video, and it applies to all the stuff I share. It's my 2 cents. Hashtag my02SENSE. It's my 2 cents over 54 years of my life of investigating the art of the strike. Because it's the only way to stop somebody who's hitting you. And it's the only way to stop more than one person who's hitting you. You cannot choke 3 people at once. You have to hit people. And if you are not choking somebody, then that's the only holding that's going to help. Otherwise, you're just slowing them down, or you're binding up your hands for no reason. I'm not saying we don't use grabs or holds, but my hold has to take something from the bad guy. If I'm going to hold you, then you can't breathe, you can't turn, you can't bend your neck. Something. Footnote. I'm going to do a 3-punch combo here. This is right for Mikey, right? Mikey in Chicago. Gorilla Boy, my man. You stay safe out there. I am not a boxer. I hit people to save my life. That's the only reason I hit people. And as a bouncer, I hit people just enough to make them stop what they were doing. We don't beat people up because we can. We beat people up because it's necessary to self-preserve. You or the people you're with, your family, your loved ones, or the lucky people that were around you. When the S hit the fan, you were prepared. Everybody else is screaming, pulling their hair out. You're doing things. You're moving things, moving people, telling them where to go. I don't wait on the guy who tells me where to go. I already assessed the building. I already know where the exits are. I already know that punk behind me was looking at me when I was packing my groceries. Not because we can, because we must. Again, for you, Mike, a 3-punch combo with a knee. We're going to do the pieces here. Yes? Mechanics. Eyes, we're choosing punches, right? These 2 knuckles, eyes, weapon, eyes, weapon, eyes, weapon. And we're going to try to break this down, so it might get a little long, but if you want to take the ride, you're going to learn something. Don't forget, Krav Maga translates literally to contact combat. Don't get caught up with the name. We could call it anything if you're punching properly with good math. Eyes, weapon, eyes, weapon. Today we're choosing the 2 big knuckles, but it could have been eyes, elbow, eyes, spitting, eyes, headbutt, eyes, knee to the groin, eyes, instep stop, eyes, EDC tool to wherever it needed to go because that was the level of the problem, right? If you don't know what EDC means, that's everyday carry. It doesn't mean a weapon. It means something, a tool, eyeglasses, I don't care, a bookmark, a metal bookmark, not the floppy one. Three punches. I'm going to put it all in one piece so it has context. Then we're going to go backwards and break it apart. Slow. I tapped him left, you can't see me, right? I tapped him right, you can't see me, right? Look, I'm hiding in the pocket. Look, as I pulled that back, the rest of my body delivered a 90-degree or bigger tap with these 2 big knuckles to the chin, cheekbone, temple. If you got a big, long neck, he's a stupid sucker. He should have hit it. Bang! You see, I'm hiding in the pocket, right? If I step back all the way, you see, I don't like doing these videos like that, but look, you're going to see the rotation of my body, right? My feet are included. I don't swing a bat without the bottom of my body. I don't swing anything without the bottom of my body. You know, I don't care if I'm in a passive stance. My whole body is invested in that motion. And boom! And I did the work to recover my feet as soon as I could. So when you can't see my feet, you know that they're included. If I turn this shoulder to the front here and I'm not walking forward, then I let my knee express itself. I let the whole left side of my body express itself. Another footnote. I can't throw a punch and fall over. I can't throw a punch and have my hand in the air. I can't throw a punch and not have a solid brick of two big knuckles, a straight line, the elbows lined up, the shoulders lined up, my hip came around. If I'm not lunging forward, then I'm digging, I'm pushing off the earth. Look, I'm already hitting. Elbow down. You don't open this up for nothing, right? And this could be an interception if something was coming in. Look at when I freeze. Look what you can't see. Whoa, you can't see me. I don't do this, right? That's going to break on his forehead if he tips his head down. I do this, crosshairs to my big knuckles. I'm going to turn so you can see what I'm looking at. You see that? That's big knuckles, and if I could barely see you, you could barely see me. I got a big forehead, but if you want to punch this part of my head, and I could guarantee your knuckles were going to land on this part of my head, I'd probably let you do it so I can break them on the way in. I'll take the knuckle. Yeah, I sound like I'm angry, but I'm just passionate, and my mom was the angry one. She gave me all of that. Straight left, driving from the ground. If I was walking, I would stab it in and you wouldn't see anything, right? This stuff about over here, over there, in here, under there, you only get to do that stuff if you practice that. Shh. Hey! You only get to do that stuff if you practice that. You can't pull a rabbit out of a hat that you didn't practice. You're not going to have slipping and ducking and countering and recountering and countering again. ABC in this house is A hit him, B hit him, C hit him, A minus, B flat, C sharp. And if I can find some notes in there that's not written down, I'm going to make them with my knuckles, with my bones, with my face, with my teeth. And God forbid this is a mortal fight. Everything in the room, I'm going to put it on or in your body. I better not be able to pick your body up. These are not threats. This is the work that I've done to say to the bad guy, you found the biggest problem you ever was looking for, and the other thing is you gave me a chance. Because real bad guys will hit you in the back of the head and you'll never see it coming. Right? These hotheads, if you have an opportunity to get out of there, get out of there. Because if they follow you, you even have more reason, forceful reason to defend yourself. You couldn't leave safely. We always take the high road if we can. Doesn't mean we don't get combative and resistance and verbal and stop and all this stuff. And I'll tell you, Mike, it was going to be long, but it'd be worth it. Let's do a slow 3-punch, right? And remember, I'm turning all the way as if I'm swinging a golf club, a bat, right? But I'm swinging the natural tools of the body. Everything is off this rotation. If you're punching and you're not using your body and you didn't have forward momentum and you didn't get long, then you didn't try to hit him as soon as possible. If I hit you with my whole skeleton every time, how do I not win? If you gave me the opportunity to do that, and I'm ready to do it. Footnote. All these people saying, oh, I could fight for 15 minutes. If you're trying to save your life for 15 minutes, you have never fought for your life before. You know, bouncers have certain reputations. I was a cooler, not just a bouncer. Is there a time to be rough with the client? Yeah. Because they're not behaving and their behavior is causing other people to be in the potential for more injury or danger, especially weapons. You know, I worked in Delaware. I work in places where everybody has a gun. You can't just be tough. You can't just say what you want them to do. You really got to touch base with their brain if you can. Right? I used to explain to people, I understand you came here to get drunk and blow off steam, but there's people here with their families. Right? Even bad guys want to party in a safe place with their wife. I gave them that. Not perfectly. I'm not Superman. But I had everybody understanding that if you guys don't fight, we don't fight. And that was the team. I don't do it anymore. I'm married and I got more responsibility, than making, $100, $200 a night. Knuckleheads, keeping knuckleheads safe. 3 punches, here we go. I drove from the ground like a stabbing from the floor. I'm stopping so you could see where I'm at, right? I'm not falling over. If all my weight is on the front foot, I should have been walking, or I'm stuck here until I recover that balance. And I don't allow my practitioners to fall forward and be the dumb bad guy. If we got a bad guy in here, I want you to look at me, boom, and I want you to try to separate my eyes. Crush my nose, because if you're punching me like that, then I learned to get out of the way from those things. I learned to get out of the way from those things. Look, you know, it can look martial arty, but it's really just math. I got out of the way and I filled the space while I did it. I filled the space while I did it. Instead of just get out of the way and let you try again. No try again. There's no try again in successful Krav Maga. There's no try again in successful Krav Maga. If you don't use your best 1-2 and that don't get me, then I'm taking over and I'm going to save my life. Period. We're not wasting time. Fighting is minutes. Self-defense is seconds. Seconds. From the ground. Boom. Right? This right here, see how I'm hiding in this pocket? I'm hiding my chin. I'm hiding the good stuff, right? As that came back, this pulled itself back. It got out of the way so this guy could come out. Bow! Right? Now I'm in this shoulder, cheekbone here. This is tight. You gotta go. You gotta hunt to get me. And let's not forget how fast did this transition one to the other. It's not one, I think about it, two. It's one, get the hell out of my way. Bam! Right? And after that, see, I pulled that back. Look, I got coverage. I could block. You know, maybe I rake something on the way out. Right? You grow. And then this one loaded up. See, the knuckles, eyes, weapon. The elbow got to get on the line. We don't do this sloppy angular shit. This line is for that line. This line is for tapping the temple, tapping the chin. Shit, I tap you in your brain, it's gonna work. I'm gonna turn, boom. You see, I'm gonna let you see that that's a little bigger than 90 degrees. Because 90 degrees would be all the way back here, and a better 90 degrees is that one, right? 90 degrees or bigger, right? And it's just the 2 big knuckles. If you bend this in to hit somebody, you're gonna pay. All I need is that corner. I want to show you. See, look, I turn it upside down. See, just the 2 big knuckles. Just the 2 big knuckles. You tap in the chin, you don't push his chin. Just the 2 big knuckles. 2 big knuckles, nice straight line. And the line could be from here. The line could be from here. If your energy was horizontal and your forearm is not horizontal and you hit any big parts, it's not going to work. And especially if you land with little knuckle. Right, little knuckle. You want to land big knuckle and with a nice straight structure of bones all the way to my elbow, to my shoulder. My arm doesn't come in front of me. I turn my shoulder, I turn my chest out. Boom, and I get the range. Boom, I get the range. Boom, look how far out that is. And I still haven't bent my wrist at all. All I need is the big knuckles on the temple, right? See the chin, cheekbone reference, right? Temple reference. Chin reference, and look, this is ready. This is ready to take some hits. Anybody who makes 2 punches when they hit you, smack this one, they hit themselves. Right? And tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. If you make knuckles by your own face, I beat you up with your own knuckles. Hands up. Driving from the rear. Boom. Pulling one side, driving the other. Bam, right around the spinal cord. Yes, I might dig a little in my stance because I'm doing a hook. There's no dig, right? I'm coming around, boom, you see? Always big knuckle line, hiding. I don't sell my face. I don't give you a hole, right? Everybody gonna say, oh, I could punch him in the ribs. You can't punch me in the ribs if number 1 and number 2 tagged you in the center of your face. On your eye socket, on your temple, on your chin. Shit, this good 1-2, I could probably break something on your forearms if you cover up and don't let me through. Now here's a point I want to make. See this hand? I don't throw a big punch around this hand. I go right past it, right past it, right past it, right past it. I don't go around the world if I can see you. If I can see you, then I'm going to go straight get you. Now, I want to show you some dynamic in a round punch. You see how close this is to my face? Right? But on the way out, I started to make a weapon. Right? Eyes, weapon. Body gives back up. I started to make the house. I made the cluster, whatever I was going to hit him with. Big knuckles, with the palm, with the fingers, right? And by the time I got out front, boom, I have that 90-degree space and I'm spinning on my spine. So I don't have to go all the way around the world to hit you. I can go right from here and boom, open it up to where it needed to be. Right on the eye socket, right on the cheekbone, right on the chin. And of course we can drop a level and hit somebody in the body. Now, for all those people who could say, you didn't step off line, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. When you're getting attacked, for a novice, closing the gap is gonna be safer than trying to learn how to get away real fast. And only for all you people who say, oh, just run. You're going to run when grandma's there? You're going to run when grandma's there in the wheelchair? What are you going to do? You're going to just leave grandma? You're going to leave the kids in the carriage? If you could pick the kids up and pick grandma up and run, then so be it. I know I could probably carry a little people still. I'm getting a little slow, but I probably could. And that's another footnote, Mike. You know, I'm 54 years old. I'm the average kind of guy. I work out, you know. I always want to stay, you know, I want to go out standing on my own 2 feet till I can't, till it's not possible. But I'm not athletic, right? I'm not. My athleticism comes from these punches and these elbows. And, you know what? One of the hardest blocks is one of those tight outside defense blocks. It's very hard. Right at the face because it happened tight, close quarters. Something that's being driven or from, being thrown at you, or you reach back and throw it. That's windows. That's all I see is windows. Another footnote, we objectify the target, not big, scary, screaming man or human, whatever it is. Eye socket, temple, on the ear, on the neck, on the tip of the chin. The only thing that really moves on the head is the whole head or the chin, right? Anywhere on the neck. You know, nobody would punch in the rotary cuff. You don't think about that. But if you blasted a rotary cuff, you didn't try to kill anybody, and he can't lift up his arm. It's all situational. We can't just hurt people because we feel afraid or the situation is uncomfortable. There has to be parameters. The Grandmaster will always say, why did you hit him like that? And you had to have a reason. It's not because I could or I was this or that. It's because I wanted to accomplish this so we could get out of here safely. And it's always based on the level of attack. Now, another footnote. Some bad guys come loud. Some bad guys try to sneak up on you, verbally nice and then burst. Some people are just aggressive, grab you and do your thing. And then you got real cowards that sneak up on you, right? So be mindful that there's so many variables. You can never just say, I'm checking off these boxes and now everything's going to be perfect. That's just not possible, right? You pay your insurance, you got a decent vehicle, you got airbags, doesn't mean you're going to make it, right? I pray you do. And that's what we're doing here. I'm trying to provide some activity that you learn something every time you do it. I'm not knocking dancing or yoga or any of the other things. I'm not knocking that. But if you're not learning something, I don't really like doing stuff like that with my time. And I've always loved the art of the strike. I've always loved the concept of being able to overcome power and aggression through the math of the body, right? If I know how to make energy, if I know how to develop energy, and I know how to put it in a place on your body to overwhelm that particular part of your body, then I'm not at the mercy of your violence. You may be at the mercy of mine. Hopefully, I'm having a good day that day, and Ed keeps his senses that day. And I've been doing that for 54 years. I know how to hurt people. It's not easy, and that's what I'm trying to convey in these videos. the basis for success is the ability to perform the move efficiently. You know, if you go first and you absolutely have the advantage, you don't have to have any skill. You pick up a rock, you hit somebody on the head, they're hit first. But we're talking about somebody who's hitting you, who may have some kind of skill set, and you're trying to overcome that from a deficit. And if you're training and practiced and applying your techniques and your situational awareness, you won't have to apply it. But I'm going to tell you, look at my posture, watch. I'm going to show you. You know, standing like this, curved in, looking down, somebody looks at you, you look away, that's a problem. But standing with your feet in a ready position, not like this, but ready. Not you know, like this is my space. I can stand here however I want. Not really, not when you're in public. You have to watch out. There's wolves, there's predators, there's people looking for you to be off guard. Now, if you're around family or you're in a safe environment, then you behave, you know, a little, you know, you take your temperature a little, you know, lower, right? A good stance, square, observant. You look around, you scan before you move. You don't just get out of your car and step into the lane. See how you could trip on the cat, right? You look around. You establish some connection to the environment. Oh, I see some people sitting over there. I see some people in their car there. And oh, that guy's driving a little too fast in the parking lot. I take notice of that. And oh, there's a red car and maybe a silver car to the left and the right of me. You know, oh, that's a Ford, and that's a nice Camaro. Whatever. But now you got a little bit of details of your environment should something go wrong. Again, I knew it was going to be long, Mike, but I do it anyway, right? You can fast forward through the parts. Let's do a couple of review about putting this together, and then we'll add that knee just because it's Krav Maga. You don't knee him in the groin. You weren't really trying to save your life. Straight punch, boom. Straight punch, boom. Body is working together to let the other part of the side of the body come out. Now you could grab or don't grab. If you're gonna grab, don't hug. If you're gonna grab, you clinch, right? Or I like to push on the throat while I pull on the shoulder and hide that his arm tight from the body, not around, straight down and push on him, and then you give him a knee, boom, like you're trying to break his pelvis in half. Yes? But let's be clear, good knee works anywhere, right? Good knee works anywhere that it landed well. One more time for you, Mike. Straight left, straight right, knuckles high, not flat, high. So if they bend, the whole thing goes down. You see that? Right? You hit a forehead, you hit a forehead like this, they're going to break. You hit a forehead with little knuckles, right? That's how boxers punch because they want to punch fast, but they got a glove and their hands wrapped, right? We need big knuckles because we need structure. And when this hits, it either breaks what it hits or it stops and they pull it back, and we don't over punch. Look at the space on my face. Boom, I just went, boom. See, I just went to the other side. I included my whole chest. Bam! All I got to do is give that a nice little bone kiss on the temple when he's going to sleepy. Yes? Mikey, left, right, hook, grab his spirit and his spinal cord and pull your knee through it from the pelvis up. Boom! Make space. Bing, bing, bing. Hey! Wah! Ha! Hope you enjoyed that, Mikey. Stay safe.